Mr. Ochola Brian, it's really nice having you this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you know, as they say, rather let me put it this way, there is no better time to talk peace than now. There is no better time to talk brotherhood than this period as we approach the elections.
Yes.
There is no better time to remind ourselves of our duty of being patriotic to our own nation than now when you're being divided along our tribal lines. And today we just want to have a brief discussion or rather conversation about peace. We have a rich backdrop of havoc and conflict, violence in every electioneering period. But I think, and I've always believed that we can do better. Yeah. And I don't know, your perspective about peace, what does peace really mean to you as a Kenyan?
Thank you so much, Moses. Now, in simpler terms, in a simple understanding, peace basically means that coexistence among its people, that harmony among its people. If we coexist, if we live in harmony, then we mean we are a peaceful society, we are a peaceful people. So peace can be interpreted or can be in a simpler term defined as a peaceful coexistence.
Now put that in the context of our election, and now we are speaking of the 2022 general elections.
Yeah.
I want you to just put what you've described peace is in the context of that Kenyan election that is coming.
Nice, thank you. When we say about election, first and foremost, we know that election will happen in August. Peace starts way before the election day.
Yes.
When people go to take their votes, when people go to confirm the verification process, yes, before even the day of voting, the day of voting.
Yes.
Now, what do you mean by having a peaceful coexistence? When these people will start campaigning,
yeah,
because the campaigns will first kickstart the whole election process. When they start campaigning, we mean that during the campaigns, let us not be divided along ethnic lines.
Yes.
Let us not be divided along who is who.
Yes.
Let's live as brothers. That harmony, that peaceful coexistence as brothers and sisters. That neighbor of yours, that employee or employer of yours. Yes. The peaceful coexistence that has been happening before election, before the campaigns, during the campaigns, and in the voting day. So in the context of election, I can just say that this peace means that we coming together and embracing ourselves as Kenyan first.
Yes.
Not as along the tribal lines, but as Kenyan first.
Yes.
As they campaign, they campaign on matters of policy and matter of and having an agenda, so that they don't divide the citizenry along the tribal lines.
Well put, Mr. Shola. If I may ask you,
yeah,
what should be the drivers of peace in every electioneering period?
Now, remember, maybe let me use Kiswahili because of it's one of the national languages. Yeah, yeah. Amani inaanza na mimi na wewe. Cha kwanza, amani ni sisi kama wananchi wazalendo, yeah, kudumisha amani. Yeah. So the first people who should really be the drivers of this initiative, the peace initiative, are the wananchi. Number two, the politicians. Yeah. Truth be told, the wananchi will always follow what the politicians say. Yeah. So if the politicians can be careful and ensure that there is peace going into this election, if they ensure that there is harmony, people are not divided along the ethnic lines. Number three, apart from the politicians, we have the policymakers. Policymakers and institutions. For example, we have different institutions in Kenya that has to ensure cohesion. Yes. For instance, the Kaparo-led commission. Yes. It has to ensure that there is no hate speech. Yes. There's no way that a politician can take advantage and divide people along ethnic lines. Yes. Apart from another institution that is very important is the IEBC. Yes. The IEBC does what you call check on these people who have been approved by their conduct before, during, and after. So these are, to me, these are the drivers of peace. But as I insist, amani inaanza na sisi na wananchi kama wananchi.
Mimi na wewe.
Mimi na wewe.
Well put, sir.
Yeah.
Another question, another follow-up question to that.
Yes.
You know, looking at this camera, Mr. Ochola,
Yeah.
what message will you have to our leaders, our current leaders, upcoming leaders, those who are preparing themselves to contest for different elective seats in this country? What message will you have for them as far as the maintenance of peace is concerned?
Maybe to our leaders, you know, it reaches a point that we have to put our country first. And remember that without this country, we can't have leaders. So it's upon you to ensure that anything you do during the campaigns, before the campaigns, any activity that you engage in, you have to make sure that you do not you do not incite the citizenry. So politicians just urge them to tread with caution to ensure that the activities do not endanger the peace that we enjoy. Yeah. Because if we don't have that peace, I mean, we won't have a country. Yeah. And the only thing we can do is by starting with the politicians. And why am I insisting on the politicians? Because people listen to them.
Yes.
So if they can be that torch,
yes,
to show these people that indeed this is the way to go,
yes,
I think the politician will achieve 3/4 of this initiative.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just urge them to ensure that whatever they do is adherence to the law, and at least whatever they do, they have to ensure that they don't divide citizens along tribal line, and let us have a one Kenya, one country. This is important because, I mean, after election, you have to recover our economy.
Yes.
So if we don't have peace, yes, we won't really build our economy at the rate that we would wish to be built.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why we're saying let our leaders do everything in their powers to ensure that our country remain united and our country is peaceful.
They be the light.
They be the light.
Thank you so much. A follow-up question on that as well. Yeah. Oftentimes when conflict starts, you will never see a politician carrying a panga. You'll never see an MCA wielding a rungu against a citizen. Oftentimes you meet with, people right?
Yeah.
People you see on the streets in the morning, people you buy from,
Yeah.
They're the ones now on the forefront. Now, again, I want you to pass a special message to all Kenyans, and especially the youth, because mostly the youth are the ones who are used to be on the forefront of conflict.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are incited by our leaders, as you've put it, and they're the ones who go to fight their brothers and sisters. And in most cases, they're the ones who are killed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to pass a message encouraging every Kenyan, and especially the youth, on the importance of peace and why we should all embrace peace even as we approach these elections. Yes.
Thank you. Now, the first thing these people should understand that politicians are friends.
Yes.
You will see them in the rallies and they throw tantrums, they throw salvos to the other party or the other coalition.
Yeah.
But I can assure you that after that political rally, those people will go have coffee, those people will go have dinner. These people, their family are friends.
Yeah.
These people are business partners.
Yeah.
So before you do anything, first remember that these people are friends.
Yeah.
So they'll come incite you to hate on another person. But remember, at the end of the day, these people are business partners. These people are friends. You will take the initiative of hating or causing disturbing peace, yet you don't know that these people are friends. So I'll urge the youth, tafadhali, tusikubali kugawanywa kwa msingi wa kisiasa. Msingi wa maeneo tunatoka, msingi wa kikabila, tusikubali kutumiwa na hawa wanasiasa kwa kueneza agenda yao. Kwa sababu baada ya kuchochea watakupa pesa kidogo, wewe ukienda kule ufanye kitu alafu ushikwe, hawatakuja kukutetea. Utakuwa peke yako. Familia yako inakutegemea, kuna watu wanakutegemea, so tafadhali usikubali kuchochewa. Penda jirani yako, penda rafiki yako, penda ndugu zako. I can tell you for once, I mean, when 2007 happened, we were quite young. I mean, myself, I was, I think, class 7. Then the whole experience was quite traumatizing. And I will really pray that we don't go back there. And that's why we're saying, let us love each other. Let's live as a country. One Kenya, not divided, but one Kenya with 47 counties. As a the 47 counties make make the country, but that doesn't mean that we should divide ourselves along those lines. No, we are one country. Yeah. So I'll just urge the youths not to fall into temptation of being used. Because these people have buddies. You're fighting someone's war, yet that person will go and have a call, have a coffee, meet with the adversary, and they will have some good time. You will ruin your life for no reason. So let's embrace peace.
Thank you so much, Council. It was nice having you. Before I leave you, I'd like you to make an individual pledge for peace. Will you?
Yes. Do I swear?
You can swear, so long as it's a pledge, so that, you know, tomorrow, someone who sees you and who knows you, they will always hold you accountable. That Mr. Ochola, you made a pledge for peace. Yeah, so any moment you make any remark that is against that principle, I mean, they'll be quick to remind you that one time, Mr. Ochola, you made a pledge for peace.
Very well. Natumia Kiswahili. Mimi, Ochola Brian, na hapa ya kwamba nitadumiza amani. Na sote tudumize amani, tukuwe na uchaguzi wenye ambao huna vurugu, tukuwe kama ndugu na dada. Let's have one country after the election. And I promise and I pledge that I will ensure that I maintain peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ochola Brian, Council. It was nice having you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope we have this another time.
I'm looking forward to.
Thank you so much,
I'm looking
sir.
forward to.